Yes.
All right,
Your
then
Highness.
we are recording. So, raise your hand in chat if you have a pact with Riadal.
Oh, come on. Oh, piece of crap.
Danny, I believe you should be raising your hand.
There we go.
I think you had one as well, Bacon, didn't you?
No.
No, you did.
Yeah, you agreed to it, remember? When you proclaimed God a
Yes,
Democrat,
you
didn't
did.
you?
Yeah, I did have that back. I don't remember.
What did you take, though?
Mind control
Yeah, I don't
immunity,
remember.
I believe.
Yeah.
I don't remember
It was
taking anything.
I
No, you
remember
did.
you doing the pact.
You did. Yeah. You definitely did the pack. I remember.
I don't remember what I got.
God
I
damn it,
remember,
Bacon! I specifically told you to write it down.
I remember, making sure my character was away from you for a moment to not have to do the whole runaway stuff
Oh,
when read it all
Roach
in the
thing.
diary. Yeah.
Okay, so he also raises his hand. If ever
Yeah, we need to figure out what you actually took, by the way, because that shit, Bacon, like shit. That's crap we need to know because the math gets fucked if we don't.
Steele was going to.
But
Yes,
he didn't
uh,
have that chance yet, I think.
Yeah. We stopped
Yeah,
in the middle of the night, kind of. So we
Yeah.
do kind of need to know what happened for the rest of that night.
I mean,
Actually, we finished the night with you instructing them in hunting and them going to hunt on their own, more or less. I
Oh,
believe.
Yeah.
I thought that was only like partway through it.
Like
we
your
were
instruct,
told.
like it was a long night over multiple sessions, and like
Yeah.
yeah, you gathered some herd, you played out a whole war game with them hunting, and towards the morning they hunt on their own. The last thing we did, I remember, was Jackal waking up the next night.
I don't even remember
Uh,
that. Okay.
I remember that he was actually caught by the Sabbat and he lost humanity and he's being bullied
He didn't
by
lose
yeah,
humanity
yeah.
on this one, I think.
aliens.
He did actually. He did lose humanity at
He
one point.
did lose one humanity because
That was
he
because
failed to
of
protect
Dorian.
them.
He didn't lose it because of the fucking cartel, because he succeeded his conscience and he felt really bad about letting him
right.
get Diablo eyes.
He rolled like 3 different times that night. He failed one of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone who has a pact, perception plus aspects rating at 8.
Perception plus aspects rating. I don't have that.
You poor dear.
What?
But I do have the nice aspects. I mean, a nice perception. Nothing happened to him. It's all good.
Okay, Bacon. Roll humanity rating to see how long you can remain awake.
Shit.
Okay. Humanity, I have 7. It's difficulty?
8.
8. Okay.
Okay, and give me another roll to see if you manage a full scene, actually.
7. 8.
Okay, yes, that's enough for a full scene. So, Bacon, you snap awake, and, it takes you a moment to figure out what's happening, but, yeah, you felt the bond to Riadal flicker. It, like, usually you don't even feel it, but, yeah, you felt it, you felt a hiccup there, and, well, as you analyze exactly what you felt, why don't you give me a perception awareness roll? As you're trying to, process it. At 6.
Awareness 6.
Yeah. There was... Before that, you vaguely remember in your sleep a vague sense of anticipation, which is weird because you don't normally dream, I believe, as a vampire. And then there was this intense feeling of triumph, and then of surprise, and then the bones stuttered, and now you're not feeling anything.
Huh. It's day outside.
Oh yes, you can feel the sun. It's not troubling you as much as it would some other vampires, but you can feel sleep.
Okay, so, well, by the looks of things, it's not something too bad that happened to him, so he was never told that he could talk with him with his mind, right?
I'm not sure, but I mean, he's a supernatural being, and demons supposedly come when they're called, so you could always try.
Yeah, he just calls Riodo.
Yeah, there's no answer.
Well, that is worrying. He just grabs his gun, his glasses, and goes looking for Marcus.
I think you said you slept in buildings near the school at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he just grabs his gun and stays seated at his bed, ready for an attack at any moment.
Okay. Do you want, at the end of the scene, to roll humanity again to try and stay awake for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Keep a rolling then. Still humanity, still at 8. Bacon. Suspicious.
Who was it that stabbed him in the
Yeah,
back?
Interrupt.
You don't know yet. You'll have to find him or summon him back or whatever. I'm sure Marcus has enough occult lore to cobble together some sort of summoning ritual.
See, that's why you always pay your dealer on time.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be safe, and the demon you summon might rip your face off if he so wishes with a, emergency ritual like that, but I'm sure Riadal wouldn't do that.
As much as I would wish to, sadly, I never took the learning of the path of summoning yet.
Like the way Demon Book says it, essentially, if you have enough occult, you can try to summon them if you know their celestial or true name. So I would let you try to cobble something together, given your background.
I'd rather not try. My intelligence is average.
Bacon's having electricity problems, by the way.
Rib Bacon. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see if he if he ends up trying to stay the entire day awake. But yeah. What is he saying?
The power on his house is dying all the time.
Well, get back in voice if you can.
See ya.
Epic. Fuck you. Smartass does not look good on you.
I disagree. I think it looks dashing.
Yes, yes, paint the world in the hues of your madness, sure.
Painting is for those lamos. I do graffiti.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
Okay, so, you know, the whole day is a long time. We're gonna say that Bacon essentially just...
We'll at one point fall asleep. How's that?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
all three of you. Actually, here's a question. Did one of you babysit Steel or did you put him in a place on his own?
He is my loyal and grand follower.
Yep.
Of course, I don't trust him a damn bit.
So chained to a radiator somewhere in the school is what I'm hearing here.
I mean, if it was up to him, he would probably just follow Marcus and be sleep where he would, but
I'm not sleeping with people.
shh, it's all fine.
No,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not.
by the way, since we are sleeping and it's gonna be a long time, can I spend 5 blood points and the resting time to heal one aggravated?
You need to have a full night of rest as well.
Oh, it's full night. I thought it was 8 hours.
No,
Nope.
that's
Full night.
scale being generous.
Yeah, never mind then.
And last night you were active, I believe. What with all the
Yeah.
hunting and restraining the fucker and...
Yeah.
He was super active.
Yep.
Never
Demi,
mind then.
I don't even remember what character you're playing right now.
God
None.
damn it, nobody fucking remembers the name even.
I mean, none of us do.
Kill yourselves.
Okay. He's playing Danny. Demi is playing Danny.
Okay, so, simple
No wonder I
question.
can't remember him.
Who is in the school during the day? If anyone.
I would actually probably leave Bacon in there
So,
as a minor
Where-
guard of the school.
where is me?
I would probably leave you in there unless you wanted somewhere else. So, yeah.
Since probably wouldn't be able to sleep with you, he would stay with Bacon,
Uh-huh.
more
Still,
likely.
Sounds good
make
to me.
another waking up during the fucking day roll.
Perception, flat out because of
Yep.
how aspects.
Yes, and I think that because of the
At
way it works,
8?
each time you wake up during the day, like it takes an extra blood point to fuel your body to activate, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. That's just a passive thing that's required every time they wake up at night. You don't spend blood to become able to walk around during the day. No.
I assume you spend the blood the moment you wake up to not spend it afterwards.
You do it out on the next night. It never mentions anywhere about spending it during the day.
Yeah, but a lot of people rule that way.
Never heard somebody ruling it that way.
I've noticed it happening that way. You know, we're gonna say that being active during the day does require extra effort, but it's just 1 blood point if you force yourself awake and do, actually act. How about that?
Want to. I don't
Sounds
know why.
easy, but
I don't know. Seems
So, at a
sensible.
date? A date?
Yes, at 8.
I mean, I'm not sure where that
Okay.
comes
Do I
from,
need to keep
or-
rolling or do I just wake up?
You wake up, but you need to roll your path rating to stay awake for more than an instant. You'll go right back to sleep, like without even taking a full turn, unless you get success on that.
At 6?
No, at 8 as well. Waking up during the day is hard. Alright, keep rolling. Keep rolling, you need total of 5.
Nope.
Okay, so you have a couple of turns. So, Bacon, the idea was that the both of you are in the school guarding it, more or less. So, give me the rolls to stay awake for a second scene.
Okay. 7 at 8.
Okay, and one more.
8.
Okay, that's enough. So, you know, it takes a while and you start to think nothing is gonna happen, but eventually, you hear crashing from upstairs. And
And
for fuck's sake, epic. It doesn't fucking matter. I just feel like there should be some sort of a fuel cost to being active during the day. Let's just keep it as a placeholder rule and we can change it later if we decide that it makes no sense after all, okay? Because that is, I think, how we have on occasion ruled it in the past.
No, we haven't, and I will refute this very adamantly.
It's cropped up on occasion. It might be one of those
It
things
has
we...
never.
Oh, for
like
fuck's
that.
sake! Like, I literally just said, let's just go with this for now and we can discuss it later. Please.
Bacon is...
Ah. Bacon, you good? You're still in voice?
yeah, still here.
Okay, so... You both hear some crashing from upstairs and a growl from somewhere in the building.
I doubt. Oh, since I wake up, I need to roll for flashbacks.
You do.
Difficulty
Okay.
6?
Yes, deal. You're good.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, apparently there are noises. What do you wish to do?
Do I feel like I will pass out soon?
Oh, yes.
Because I feel like I will pass out, I will try and find a hiding place. Because I know I will pass out.
And do you happen to have something like sleep unseen?
No, and I have no, like, obfuscate.
No, you don't. Give me wit stealth roll at difficulty 8. You have very little time to find a hiding spot.
Nope.
Nope. You fall asleep on top of some boxes. You are gonna pull them over yourself, but you run out of time.
Sounds about right.
I just put my gun on top of my bed and I stay right beside it, ready to grab it to shoot, and I obfuscate.
Okay? Strangely enough, no one seems to charge your positions.
Well, I am invisible, so I take a hand pistol. Probably we have a heavy pistol or something, and I go to investigate.
You
To
probably
obfuscate it.
have like a light pistol or something like that. Because you
Alright.
just have a bunch of leftover crap weapons. You have a lot
He
of them,
grabs
but they're not very good.
he grabs the light pistol and goes to investigate obfuscated.
Okay,
What?
it's still daylight outside. Are you sure?
Oh, no, it doesn't open the door. Just put his ears on the door and try to listen to something.
Okay. You can make a perception alertness roll at 8 then.
Eight. I have attentive as a... Oh,
Mm,
doesn't matter.
yeah, it doesn't, but... You know, you hear distorted voices from the other side of the door, like the throats that are making them aren't quite human. You catch something about how are we gonna explain this. And, you know, it doesn't really sound like anyone's moving around there. Maybe they're laying in ambush for when the vampires return during this night, but it doesn't seem like there's a search ongoing. But yeah, there's at least two somethings out there.
He just goes back to his place and to his bed, take the gun and stay waiting until the night falls.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make a third roll for staying awake. If you succeed on this one, you can stay semi-awake for the rest of the day. Alright, you need 3 more successes.
Nope.
You know, eventually you do drift off. Apparently the sun's a bitch. But you do not get eaten. And you are the first to awake, I believe, the next night. What do you do once you realize you had drifted off?
He grabs his gun and goes again to the door and tries to listen if there's still any movement or voices.
Okay. In terms of waking up, the way we're going with this for now is that you need to take down 1 for having been active during the day, and 1 for the night.
Alright.
And, well, they're being quiet now if they are there, so it's gonna be a perception alertness at 9. Well, you don't hear anything in particular, but you know, the door is thick enough to be sunproof, and it's a big building, so hard to
He
tell.
quietly opens the door and he tries to find the place where's the noise.
Okay, make another perception alertness roll, this time at 6. Was he there when the werewolves met Marcus?
At the werewolf place, I don't think he was.
No.
Only Danny and Marcus.
You know, you see a werewolf muzzle in war form just peeking out casually at you like, hmm? Apparently this one sucks at stealth.
Okay, so he just sees a huge wolf-like monster that he didn't even know that existed
Yes, and they don't know you, and they've been told that weirdness is afoot. So roll initiative. You might be taken prisoner in a second.
Great. Initiative. I don't have any modifiers.
Yeah, it's gonna charge at you and grapple you.
Okay.
They should be aware there's a couple of our guys around here.
Yes, and that's why they're just gonna hold him safely.
Okay.
It's not gonna rip you apart. It's essentially, yeah, grapple and hold.
Okay, let's think. He sees a huge wolf monster.
Yep.
What a normal person would do.
Run screaming or shoot it in the face, depending on the redneck level in their blood.
I think that he will do both.
I love it. I love it.
The true redneck level.
He will full auto it in the face while screaming.
Well, I reread the full auto rules at one point, and apparently you can't target those, but luckily for you, werewolves take lethal even if you shoot them in the chest, so you may roll
Okay.
for
Alright.
full auto.
I wouldn't recommend it unless you shot before you ran, but that's a bad idea because then you don't run much.
I mean, the werewolf will run him down, he needs to fuck it up.
Okay, so full auto is like a normal shot, so but have more damage, right?
It's
No.
it's plus 2 to difficulty and 10 extra dice.
That's right.
Okay, so I have 20 dice.
Yes.
No
Also,
joy.
keep in mind that even though you have a plus 2 to the difficulty, this is a demon gun, so it goes back down by 2 as well, so
Difficulty 6.
yep.
I
Oh
would
my
recommend.
God.
Wait. Before doing anything, if you really want to maximize shit, try and get into point blank.
Yeah,
You can hold your action until it's in your face, just like essentially use your initiative to pick just the right moment, interrupt it as it's moving.
yeah, I would do that.
Oh my fucking god, there goes the alliance.
The redneck is real.
Okay, so I have 20 dice at difficulty 4.
Oh my god. No.
Wait.
So that's
Let's-
15 plus 7 on damage.
I have
22.
accusation. Marksmanship would apply here? No, right?
No.
No, definitely not.
No.
No, not with you going full daka.
So it was,
Shoot the DACA.
The air
it
is
was how much?
15
22?
plus
15 plus
7.
22, yeah.
Yeah, 22. The gunpowder, when it's fired, strangely enough, smells like freshly cooked baguette.
Oh, it's actually that bad.
It's
Huh.
not
I wasn't.
too
I
bad.
wasn't expecting it to be bad. To be honest. So,
The werewolf is now pissed.
Yeah. Do I hear this and do I wake up?
You can make a perception roll at 8 to see if you do, in fact.
I mean, it's full auto.
Yes, but this is before your normal awakening time.
No! No!
You know, you took 1 dice away from its brawl check to catch you. And now you're in its grip.
Hell.
And your gun is empty. All 30 bullets.
25, it's a FAMAS.
Oh. FAMAS? Seriously?
sure, whatever.
So,
All good.
So, the werewolf is gonna hold you still and whisper lovingly in your ear.
Okay, so shooting him with full auto did not work. So the only logical action here would scream for Riada or Marcus or anybody to help.
Mm-hmm.
The big bad werewolf has him.
Now he starts screaming for help.
Marcus!
You know, you can scream for one because as part of the hold action, they can wrap one hand around your face and silence your screams. Or muffle them.
Eek.
I know that Kevin was on this building.
Oh yes, you saw
Yeah?
him.
Yeah, so he will just scream, Kevin, there's huge wolves here, run!
Do I get to roll again?
Sure.
Can I spend the willpower on this? This is the third time I need to do this thing. And he doesn't like this.
I would like it to be noted that we have talked about talking to the werewolves in front of, I think, most of the party. I don't remember who specifically was there. I just didn't
Not
have a problem with
Kevin.
him panicking. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
I didn't have a
Kevin,
problem with him.
Yeah.
at least.
I didn't have a problem.
So-
Let me finish real fast, okay? I
Okay,
just don't have a
sorry.
problem with people panicking on their first sight of a werewolf. So. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
so
you
can I
see-
spend the willpower?
No, not on this.
Okay, let me roll. At 8?
Yes.
Yes!
You know, you snap awake. Holy crap, someone just screamed. Bacon?
Yeah.
You see the werewolf's wounds closing on the arm, which is holding you. The bullets just popping out one by one. And you see another furry shadow dash past you towards where you came from.
Yeah.
He just is terrorized by the monsters.
You know, he whispers lovingly in your ear as this is happening. You fucking cunt. That hurts.
Ah.
So,
So,
you're awake. You hear
Yes.
something big upstairs moving. It sounds like it's coming in your general direction. You have a few moments. What do?
I pull my machete out. I stand next to where it is supposed to come out from and wait.
Okay, so essentially you're lying in wait to launch an ambush.
Yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to try and do.
Okay, so
I have a question. Would I know about werewolves?
you
doubt.
know that there are some kind of wolf creatures out in the wild, but they didn't really bother you hunters, and the hunters that bothered them didn't really report back all that often.
He will not try and attack them. He will just remain there calmly without drawing his weapon and just wait, like be visible.
Oh,
He doesn't like
you know,
what he remembers.
in that case, you see a huge wolf figure fill the stairway and slowly, cautiously, meeting your eyes, just move downwards. A roll perception animal can.
He's a big creature, right?
It's
I'm going to
fucking
spend
huge. It's
I'm going to spend willpower.
yeah, like it's
So,
so
at
big
6?
that it's like it's strange for you having grown up in the country to even if you lived in the town for the most part, right? It's strange to see a creature this big move down the stairs in such a tight space so nimbly. You know?
Yeah, at 6?
Yes, at 6.
5 successes.
You know, it looks like a creature, but at this moment, it's acting almost human, almost as if it was approaching the dangerous corner, the predator.
Kevin just stays there, waits, looking at him with his arms crossed, and does not make any hostile moves. He just waits there.
Yet the werewolf stops at the foot of the stairs, looks you up and down once, and says, "Who do you serve?"
Marcus. And Rydal.
He steps aside and nods towards the stairs. Go up slowly.
I go up slowly, like just casually walking up,
Uh-huh. You know,
calm and relaxed.
meanwhile, Connor, you know, the werewolf is still holding you, but, you know, he keeps looking at the stairway waiting for his partner to come back up. Are you still trashing? Bacon?
I think he died again.
For fuck's sakes, why I always mute myself? No, he just stayed there, doing nothing, a faint tear of blood going down his eyes.
You know, the werewolf, at one point, you feel a gagging motion through his body as he smells the blood leaking from you. You know, eventually you see Kevin come up from the stairway, and for half a second you think he must have beaten the other one and is coming to save you. And then the werewolf follows out right behind him.
Also, he's calm, like just chilled, casually walking towards you.
Oh, so
You
he
know-
was a traitor.
Kevin, give me a wit self-control to see just how calm and composed you actually are.
Difficulty?
Actually, let's make it wits courage, because that might be more appropriate.
Oh, thank you.
Difficulty 6.
So 9 at 6.
Yeah, cool as a cucumber. Fucking traitor. You know,
Yeah.
they nod towards the classroom, and then the other one steps by Connor, and between the two of them, they just pull you into the air. One on each arm, just holding you dangling between them and carry you inside, behind Kevin.
Yeah. Which is like, yeah, sure, in the classroom.
Uh-huh. Kevin, in the classroom, on the tables are two bodies. A woman, well, judging from the frame, it might have been a woman. It's badly burned. And Riadal's body, badly torn up by knives.
Can I do first aids?
Can you?
With medicine, right?
You know, roll perception medicine first.
Which is what you're supposed to do anyway.
At difficulty?
6. Actually, no. Make it a 5. Yeah, the woman, you see bone poking through. The eyes have literally boiled out of her face. She's gone. Riadal's body, you know, he might be alive. Some of those cuts look really deep, but then you try to lift one arm. Yeah, rigor mortis has long since set in. He's gone too.
Kevin is like, Fuck! They are both dead!
The werewolves look vaguely embarrassed.
God damn it, Riadal! Then he turns towards the werewolves and is like half annoyed at this. You're two big wolves! How could this happen?
Veteran werewolves have a self-control rating of 2.
Wow.
Okay, the dice say that Kevin lives for now.
I mean, that will be his genuine reaction.
Yeah, one of them says, "Fucking excuse me?" Sit
Kevin-
down, Leech.
Kevin sits down, like, clutches his head, and it's like, fuck, I overreacted again.
Congratulations.
Yeah?
They meanwhile just plop Connor down on one of the tables. One of them raises a clawed finger. Move from that table, and I'll run you down.
He gives a faint nod.
And a few minutes later, Marcus wakes up in a nearby building, as does Danny.
I'm to walk over to the school building.
Same.
See if Riadal managed to come back. Get into, back with the guy.
You know, you walk in one of the first corridors off from the entrance, there's a werewolf pacing back and forth nervously in war form.
Is Marcus there first, or are kind of both there?
Marcus is there first, but you're not far behind.
Okay.
Marcus just keeps walking over towards it.
You know, roll perception empathy. You know, he's like a child that knows that that something has gone horribly wrong and that there's gonna be a lot of explaining and there's no way to avoid it, and he's facing up to it, but he's not looking forward to it.
You're being strangely open about the werewolf stuff right now. What's
Well,
going on?
oh, why don't we wait till everyone's here? You can wait inside. We collected your pets.
Oh, alright. Which room?
He points to the classroom he was pacing in front of.
Somehow I'm imagining Marcus with like a cigarette in his mouth or something while all this is going on.
You totally would.
Well, you can
totally
conjure
would.
one out of thin air.
He wouldn't bother. Yeah, he wouldn't bother with cigarettes, but so for
Just
some
do a
reason
ci-
the image is strong.
Yeah,
Just do a cigar out of thin air.
you can't. You need conjuring
Off and
for
away
that.
up to the room. That's right.
You walk into the room. Riadal's body, burned body, these two being watched by a werewolf like scalded children.
He just goes over and sits on a desk or something.
Uh-huh. Danny, you walk into the school. There's a werewolf tapping his foot impatiently in front of one of the classrooms. He looks annoyed at this point.
I'm just gonna, start walking and go, yo, what's up?
He just does the thumb over his shoulder at the door.
I entered through the door where he showed.
Uh-huh. Burnt body, Riadal's body, these three sitting on desks waiting.
What the fuck's going on?
About to find out. Presumably something to do with that.
You feel a furry chest bump into you from behind. Click of door closing behind you.
Yeah, I get out of the way. Get out of the way and sit near my pack.
One button eye.
You know, the werewolves look at each other. They do 2 rounds of rock, paper, scissors until one of them wins. And the winner goes crawling out of the window, supposedly to patrol the perimeter.
I love it. I love it. Oh.
The loser gets to explain to Marcus how he got the demon killed.
Oh, this is glorious. Oh.
And on
I
that,
love
we
this.
can take our first break, I believe.
Oh my